Hey everyone, this is Demari and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the second in the second reading, for the September 2019 tarot reads, and this is for the sign of Capricorn. So to begin with, I will be using the Wild Unknown tarot deck, and then I will move into the intuitive, just to clarify anything that I think needs further insight. Okay. So I'm just going to go straight in, and I'll be using a Celtic cross style format, just so you know. So you can get a overview of what's happening for this month coming up. So, where are you at presently? That's what I want to know before we dive into the rest. So, where is Capricorn at the present? Ooh, so that's the Three of Swords in the reverse. I think many of you are having to make a decision between your head and heart, and you're really caught up by that. I feel like it's bringing a lot of emotional turmoil for you at the moment, Capricorn. Obviously, take this as it applies. If it applies, if it doesn't, then it's not for you, I'm afraid, this particular read. But I feel like for many of you, you're having to make a head over heart decision, and it's causing you a lot of emotional turmoil because you know that it serves a purpose, but that doesn't make you feel any better. Okay, so I'm sorry you're feeling that. That sucks, right? So what is the challenge in regards to this? I will clarify this obviously to get more insight into that. Yeah, so you've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it's whatever it is, whatever circumstances you find yourself in, it's causing a real lack of stability, right? In the household. It could be that you found out your partner was cheating. If that's the case, I'm really sorry. It could be that you're having a divorce, you're going through a divorce, the beginnings of a divorce. It could be a separation. It could be just the fact that your life no longer serves you in its current format, so you're having to restructure. Okay. So take that as it applies, but we will get some more clarity on that later. So I want to have a look at your past. So what is it that you've just come away from? Because I know it will be relevant to this, right? So I just want to know what that is. Nine of Wands in the upright. So there's been a lot of tests, I feel. There's been a lot of things that are testing your will in terms of what do you really want? Like, how far are you really willing to go in order to make what you want happen, okay? So it could be in terms of work, it could be in terms of relationship. But whatever it is, you've had your will tested lately, Capricorn, in order to see just how much you really truly want something. How far are you willing to go to obtain it, right? Interesting. I will clarify that also. I think you're going to have quite a lot of clarifying cards. So now, in regards to your future, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So, okay, it could be that this head over, if you go down this head over heart route, that it's actually not going to manifest what you truly want. You think that it will, you think that it will, or rather than manifesting what you truly want, it's going to create what you think you should do, right? It's going to be mirroring what you think you should do, the logical route, right? But that's not going to bring you that fulfillment that you're looking for. It's going to make you feel very emotionally depleted. But the good thing about it is if you do take that, it will reveal a lot to you about how you truly feel on the subject. Interesting. So that's a big one. That's like, you know, do you take the lesson or do you do what makes you happy? Because I feel like there's no right or wrong answer with this. Both are going to teach you something, but I feel like if you do go with the head over heart decision, it will reveal to you a lot about what you actually want. So that's interesting. So then, what is within your capabilities to control? That's what I look now. You know, this is really in relation to your power, right? What you're able to, what's within your power to affect. That's what I want to look at. High Priestess. So you're really going to have to tap into your intuition, right? You're going to have to rely on your insight, because making a simple head over heart decision isn't going to cut it, because this is very complicated, right? So tap into that inner knowing, okay? Because that's going to help guide you through this and lead you to whatever outcome, and then, you know, deal with the repercussions and process it, okay? So really rely on that inner knowing to make sense of the situation and to guide your choices, okay? Because at the moment, you're kind of just stuck between the two, and this will help bring some clarity and help you move in the direction that's going to best serve you in the long run, okay? It may not best serve you in the intermediate period, but in terms of the, you know, providing awareness and insight long term, then that's what it's going to do. So then, how are you feeling right now? That's what I want to know. How are you feeling? What is beneath the surface for you? Because I know you've been, okay, so Ace of Cups. That's interesting, I wasn't expecting to pull that in this read. So I feel like, okay, this is going to sound weird, but I feel like for some of you, you're kind of caught up in the drama of it and you're enjoying that. Sorry, but I'm just saying it as I see it. Some of you are enjoying the attention and the drama that it's bringing to your life. Maybe things have been quite stagnant for a while, so this is giving you a kick of excitement. But that's not really giving you the joy that you're looking for. It's just giving you attention. I feel like for some others of you, what is leading this decision is not the head but the heart. But that's going to be for some of you. It's different for different people. I feel like some of you are really being guided by your hearts. Yeah. And you're just absolutely full of emotion right now. Probably more than you're used to, actually. I feel like you're feeling all sorts of emotions. The good, the bad, everything. You're just overwhelmed by emotion on all levels, right? So take that as it applies. And I feel like you can't really contain it, that you're struggling to contain your emotions. And that's what's also feeding into this situation and making you feel stuck and like you're in, you know, turmoil, okay? So what is the advice here? Like, what can we share with you? What can I share with you to help you really see through the situation clearly? Because it's hard when you've got so many emotions caught up in it. You know, it's hard to see clearly a lot of the time. So what can we find solution-wise? Okay, so you've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you may need to try and take a step back from the situation and try and view it clearly. It may be that you need a vacation. It may be that you need some time away from the circumstances to really process it, so you can come back and then make a decision and act accordingly. It may be that right now you're too close to it to be able to see clearly, so you may need to take a step back so that you can see with that clarity. Okay. So then, what is in terms of your, what I know is your hopes and fears in regards to this circumstance. So I'm going to pull 2 cards. Okay, so in your hopes you have the 9 of Pentacles, and in your fears you have the 5 of Pentacles. So, in terms of your hopes, I feel like you're really trying to manifest the best outcome overall. I think you're trying to get to the heart of what will be the best decision, not just for yourself, but whoever's involved. Particularly if there's like been a 3-way kind of love triangle situation. I think you're trying to find the best resolution to the problem. But I feel like regardless of whatever aspect of your life or however that is being played out, you're trying to find the best solution, right? That will lead to the best outcome and where everyone's going to be more or less happy. Or at least happier than they are right now. So I feel like that's what you're hoping for, like the best possible outcome. 5 of Pentacles, your fears. I think you're afraid that everything's just going to come crashing down on top of you and that you will be blamed as the problem. I think some of you feel like you are the problem. And I feel like some of you are scared that others are going to see you as the problem. And even if that's the case, even if you have caused this circumstance, whatever it is, that doesn't mean that you can just sit back and wallow and watch it play out. Like, you have to address it, right? You have to take responsibility. You know, yes, okay, you may have messed up. Everyone messes up in various different ways at different points in their lives. So you messed up, but just take ownership of it, take the responsibility, you know, act maturely about it, and come to some conclusion with it. Okay, you need to clear the air. Okay, and then that will make you feel a lot better in general, especially about yourself, because I feel like some of you are blaming yourself right now, and you're afraid that others are going to hate you because of these circumstances. Again, just take it if it applies. If it doesn't, that's fine, but that's just what I'm seeing. But I do feel like for those of you it does apply, this is very much to do with a relationship. And there's been some kind of really complicated scenario played out. So, yeah, just take it as it applies. So what I want to look now is the external factors, okay? So that in which has been influencing the situation, the circumstances, or the individuals involved. Okay, so you have 2 cards then. The Daughter of Swords in the upright and Temperance in reverse. So I feel like you've been looking elsewhere to get the satisfaction that you're looking for. And I don't just take that as like in a sexual way or whatever. Like, it can be in a sexual way, of course. But I feel like it's more just that some kind of gratification in some way, that you've been looking for someone that makes you feel powerful, someone that makes you feel capable and strong and independent, you know, that really brings out those qualities in you. And you saw it in someone, and that's what led to this circumstance. So you went charging in and you made some mistakes, right? And I think that person saw you, saw that you were maybe in a place of vulnerability and took advantage of that. That's what I feel with this. So I feel like someone who's very free-spirited, that kind of throws caution to the wind a little bit, but that was very cunning and very self-aware of what they were doing, took advantage of your weakness at that time, Capricorn. They took advantage of your vulnerability. Okay. Well, this is getting heavy, right? I did not plan to do a read like this. I mean, I never plan it. I have no idea what's going to come out there. Wow. We're dealing with some shit. I will say that. Okay, so what's the overall outcome then for September in regards to this circumstance? That's what we need to know, okay? Because this is crazy. What did you get yourself into, Capricorn? Honestly. Okay, so you have the 9 of Cups in the upright. So I feel like, you know, this situation will come to some resolve. I don't think anyone's going to come out of it unscathed, but I do feel like it's going to be resolved on some level. Even if that means a separation, a divorce, a change of dynamic. I feel like someone's going to enter a polyamorous relationship, which is interesting. I don't know why, but I really just got that come to me, like, quite vividly. Not in terms of like the image or anything like that, don't get it twisted. I just mean like, just that feeling, something was telling me that someone, this is very specific, but someone is going to enter a polyamorous situation as a way of resolving the issue, which is interesting. But it can work for some people, okay? As long as it's balanced. I feel like some of you are going to part ways. Maybe with all parties, or maybe with a specific party. I feel like some of you are really going to just, you know, clear the air, see how the other person feels about it, and go from there. And either way, there's going to be some kind of resolution, that the situation will be resolved in the end, okay? So yeah, I feel like for many of you, it will be, it will come to a resolution, okay? So try not to stress too much. I know the situation is stressful and there's a lot of things that you're needing to consider, but it will be resolved, okay? So now, I want to have a look at the what I want to do now is to just clarify this 3 of Swords in reverse and the Pentacles. Like I said, I feel like it's very much to do with the relationship, but it'd be nice just to get a little bit more clarity as to the circumstances. We've got 7 of Swords in the upright. So yeah, that could be it could be that this isn't the first time either. That this has happened multiple times, and that's why it's come to an end. Sorry about that, I'm not sure what that is. And that's why this was like breaking point, because this isn't the first time that this has happened. Or it could be that it's not even in a cheating sense or anything like that. It could literally just be that there's distance, and because of that distance, your eye is starting to stray. So you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do something before I actually do something I'm going to regret. So it could be like, yeah, it's warning you, like, do something before you do something that you're going to regret, right? So it could be either of those things. You've got the World card in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you traveled somewhere recently and it made you really, it kind of highlighted all these things that you've been ignoring for some time, these issues in your relationship. And because someone's like a really good at distracting you and making you feel how you've been wanting to be seen for a long time, it's having you questioning, like, oh my gosh, like, Am I happy in my relationship? My eyes are starting to stray. That's not good. What should I do, right? Because I don't want to cheat on this person, or oh my gosh, I cheated on this person because of this, this, and this. How am I going to come back and tell them, right? How am I going to tell them what I did? Or what am I going to do when I go back? And I have to assess whether or not I can even still be with this person, or I want to be with this person, and if I need to be single. I feel like it's definitely a relationship. And the other, something else came flying up. Yes, you had the High Priestess in reverse. So you're doing the opposite of what your intuition is telling you right now. You're going based on how this person that you've met is making you feel, but you know your instincts are warning you against it. Okay, your instincts are warning you against doing something in the heat of the moment. Okay. So what I want to look at then is this Nine of Wands in the upright, and you've got the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like, yeah, there's been a lot of problems in your relationship, and you know you've had to climb through all sorts of circumstances to try and just be with this person. And I feel like you've probably been together a long time, and that's why you're reluctant to just let it go. But I think that you've kind of feel like there's no progress, so you just keep going around and around and around. Even though in some ways you are very happy with this person, and you have this, you know, you both want the same things in life, but you just feel like there's been so many issues in the relationship that you've just been fighting to try and keep it, right? But you don't want to lose the connection you have, because you both want the same things. At least in the material sense, you know, in terms of your home life, the setup that you have, you want the same things. So it's very comfortable for you. So you don't want to let go of it. But you know that because of these issues that you're facing, it's causing instability, and that even the comfort side of it is becoming quite rocky, because ultimately you're not happy in this relationship anymore, and that's why your eyes have been straying. If not, you've already strayed away from home. So last thing I want to clarify is this resolution, because the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Moon card. So you are going to be honest with this person. You're going to tell them what happened, or tell them how you feel before something happens. And then you'll come to a mutual decision. Right? You'll both come to a decision where you'll say, okay, I think we should part ways, or you'll say, okay, we need to work on this, because you know, we do have something we're fighting for. We've come this far. I'm not prepared to give up, right? But it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of communication. Right? You have to be very, very open. You have to let your soul bare with this person if you want to be able to work on it, if you want to be able to resolve this issue. Okay? So that's what I have for you for the month of September, Capricorn. I know it's really heavy. You've got a lot going on. You know, there's going to be some unpleasantries with this month, because you're going to have the talk. You're going to have to be completely open and honest with this person if you wish to have any chance of saving this relationship, okay? Or if it's a case of that you haven't done anything that's going to throw a complete spanner in the works, if you don't communicate now how you're feeling, then you're going to drift even more apart, and then it becomes even more likely that you'll do something that you'll regret, okay? So it's really important that you have this communication now, while there's still, you know, ample opportunity to fix it, okay? So I hope that was helpful for you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, you know, it is very personal, so I don't expect you to broadcast your information, but just let me know if this resonated with you in any way. Yeah, and just give it a thumbs up if you found it useful. Do subscribe, because I do have more videos coming up, more reads coming up very soon, so do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon, I will speak to you very soon, Capricorn.